That's right, it is documented as we wage war on corruption, crash of the lies, and disinformation. For about 2 segments in the next hour, we got Dr. Jerome Corsi on. I'm going to get his take on the flu, but separately on what's happening to the economy and Google and others with systems, these smart thermostats to track everything you're doing basically on your power grid in your home. So we're going to get some into that. We're going to continue in the last half hour to take your whistleblower calls about forced inoculations, troop movements. I have a video clip of troops running checkpoints in Arizona against citizens. It's all starting to happen as they just ratchet it up incrementally. Here's a Reuters headline. Gold climbs towards 18-month high. Eyes on Fed. And gold is at $1,019 and climbing. And we have Ted Anderson joining us because Ted Anderson bought gold again when it was a lot lower than it is now, and he can sell you gold and silver at a price much lower than it is right now. You can't beat that in this market when most people can't even get their hands on gold and silver now. A lot of the brokers are running out. Ted Anderson, Midas Resources, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me up, Alex. Boy, I can tell you it's getting tough to buy it in the dips right now. I had about maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours to lock things in when gold was at $995 here just yesterday, and now it's jumped right up to 1,020, and it's getting tough. I mean, India right now is buying gold like crazy. The Chinese are. There is a lot of demand in this marketplace, not just here in the United States, but in the world. And mostly you'll see that reflected in the prices when the Asian markets open up while we're sleeping. Every now and then we have this dip here because the Fed's in there trying to push the prices down. And then you watch the European market and the Indian and the Asian markets, and the price just runs right back up.
Well, this is like being able to buy Google or IBM stock when it's at 100. And then it goes up to 130 or 150, and you're still selling the stock for the lower price. People cannot beat this deal. Ted, gold's more than doubled in the last 5 years. It's over 20% gain a year. What is it?
Yeah, it's running right in at that 20% level because you got to remember we go back down to about 245 gold. And, yeah, gold has really done well. So has silver.
Well, wait. If it was 245 then, and now it's up to over 1,000. That's more than a doubling. That's a tripling, sure. Quadrupling.
Yeah, quadrupling from the lowest point in the marketplace. You know, it's hard to hit those points. And like I said, I mean, to be able to buy in these dips right now when you only have little tiny opportunities, usually have a day or two. I don't even get that anymore. It's like an hour, it'll come down, and boom, it's right back up again. And it's strong. I expect to see gold go up further. It's breaking forward. If you're a technician, you can see what's going on in the marketplace. It's hitting this resistance level and heading right back on up again. It looks like a W on a chart, which is what it's an indication that we're going to break forward. Bob Chapman was mentioning that on a show I was on with him just yesterday, and I've been following the same thing. If you follow Robert Prechter and you're a technician at all, you can see what's going on with gold.
Ted, tell people the gold and silver you've got at the below market price.
Well, the best things that I have right now still are the Walking Liberty halves at $8.69, silver trading around $17. That's a steal. That's like buying Walking Liberty halves at the junk price. And then the $10 Liberty right now at $18.50, roughly about $150 more if I buy them back in the marketplace right now. And seriously, I mean, if you're looking at the francs or the British sovereigns, they're at a good buy too. But those two coins, without a question, hands down.
Well, where is Crazy Eddie when you need him? I mean, I should be yelling and screaming and saying, incredible deal. It is such an amazing deal. We're just going to calmly let you know that price is there. Tell folks about the silver.
Yeah, the silver right now, the best thing to buy is that Walking Liberty half. It's $8.69. If you like those Lakota coins, they're going to be jumping up too. They're at $22.30. You can call us at 1-800-686-2237. We'll have all that for you. But mention you heard it on the Alex Jones Show, please.
800-686-2237. If you don't tell them you heard it on this radio show today, Ted is selling gold at a higher price. This is a special for our listeners only. 800-686-2237. Dr. Jerome Corsi is coming up in 5 minutes. But I want to talk to you more about the market. Ted, stay with us. Back in 1 minute. Ted Anderson's our guest for the next 5 minutes. Then Dr. Jerome Corsi on a host of important issues. The economy. Got a doctorate in that. His take on the flu, I don't know his view on it. We'll get it. I would imagine it's similar to ours from the research. And what's happening with Google and others wanting to track everything you do inside your home, that is coming up. In fact, as you guys print me that article off Watson's story 3 years ago, about Google wanting to use the cameras and microphone in your computer to watch and track you? We can't find that. Get Watson to. I know you gave it to us. I got the stack here on the tracking in the home. I just need that one. Going back to Ted Anderson. Ted, you've been in the gold and silver business for 30 years. You've had Midas Resources for 12. I mean, we knew in the fall gold would go up. We told everybody that. I mean, that's what the smart money was on. The dollar's plunging. The world is talking about all the overprinting of money and issuance of currency and credit to the central banks. They're telling us we're going to have the first jobless recovery, a booming economy where you're homeless because the banks are doing well. That's the only gauge in the economy now. Thanks to their heist, they're doing well. Of $23.7 trillion in the U.S. alone of taxpayer money the last 11 months. We haven't got new numbers, so it's really the first 10 months. It'll be higher. What is really going on, Ted?
Well, what's really going on at this particular time is you said it like you did. We're in the time of the year where gold and silver does better as a historical fact. And right now we're at the beginning of it and not the end of it. We've just about reached the gold peak. That's the highest price that's ever been seen, which is $1,030.80. When we break through that level, gold is going to see a new trading range. We'll probably be seeing that 1,016 level, and then we'll be bouncing down. Maybe we'll get lucky, and we'll be able to buy gold at about 1,050 on the dip. And so this momentum is building. You can see it in the charts and graphs. With India, I mean, this time of year, they're always buying gold. This is their wedding season. It's part of the dowry to have gold for the women when they get married. In the springtime, they always sell to buy their seed for their farms. It's just timing-wise in the marketplace. But you compound this issue with all the money that's been printed by the Fed and issued into the banks, and now we're seeing the velocity of that money hitting the economy. That's why you're seeing gold go up. Right now, the Chinese are looking closer at a gold-backed basket-type currency to hold in reserve than they are the U.S. dollar, and they hold $3.3 trillion of U.S. government assets, meaning the U.S. Treasury bonds, notes, and bills, and cash. All that money comes back to the United States. We're toast. We're going to be in worse shape than Argentina was when they failed. I mean, the United States has been on a credit binge and still is. Every time the government turns around and has a problem, they want to print money, which means that the United States has to borrow money directly from the Fed through the open market operation, and that means more money coming into the system, and it means a loss of purchasing power, and gold prices are reflecting that, and you can see the Fed trying to step in and manipulate the market and bring the price down. If you want to know more about that, all you have to do is go to gata.org, GATA.org, and you can find out more on that. I can just tell you right now, Alex, there's so much manipulation going on in the marketplace, but the Fed and its operations are losing the battle, and the value of the currency is going to be lost in the math of it, and unfortunately, the people of the United States are going to lose a lot of purchasing power, whether if it's in the stocks, bond market, you're sitting in annuities, it doesn't matter.
And what's going to happen is, as the yuppies that laugh at us finally, and it's starting to happen, rush in and start buying gold and silver as it goes up, that's going to make it even harder to get. You've now come to the point where it's hard for you to get it. You've got it in stock. Silver and gold way below what it's currently selling for. How long can you hold that deal you made in the last segment?
Well, this one here I'm going to hold until midnight, and if I'm really lucky, we'll get another dip and I can buy again and still keep the prices low, but it's getting to be more difficult. Like I said, Alex, I had about a 2-hour window here to pick up things at that 994. You know,
and you're selling it in the market right now at that when gold's above 1,020. 800-686-2237. The brokers will be there till midnight Central Standard Time tonight. Don't wait. The deal ends at midnight tonight. 800-686-2237. Midas Resources, the owner of the GCN Radio Network, the best deal out there. Ted Anderson, 800-686-2237. Tell them Alex Jones sent you to get that, or you'll pay more. We'll be right back.